I'm here to do my review for 90 Days, episode 14. Tariq and Hazel. Hazel ain't never gonna have high blood pressure. She just gonna be, that is the calmest, angry person I have seen. I don't know if that's like the calm before the storm, or if it's just always calm, let me talk to you, I don't raise my voice type of situation. I think it's great. I would love to have it, actually. I would how she get I want to know how she did that, like how she does it. um Tariq. Okay, so now we know that there is another woman. So is he really, this good guy? Because, more and more things are coming out, and oh, it's just, she was a friend. I'm just checking on her. We should ask our ex girlfriend how to get another girlfriend type of nonsense. Um, yeah, so it seems like there might be so many more skeletons in the closet. And in the beginning, I don't think there's any way to like question if she just wanted to get to America. She might, of course, wanted to have, got to America, but I think that she does love him, obviously. And because, I mean, there's nothing, she's not so thirsty for what this place has to offer other than women, like some of the other people who come from other countries and get here and just pretty much want to lick the ground. um she's not like that. And I don't believe that they'll break up because she's here now, so she's not going to want to go. I don't believe that she would want to go back. I think the only thing that would, make her go home is her son. But no, I don't believe that she'll leave, even if her and Tariq don't, work out. Um, Whoever this friend is, I don't see, why does it take, so many people telling you it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, for you to see it's wrong? Like, this girl don't want you talking to other women, and you would not appreciate if she was talking to another dude, or, you found her talking to another dude. She wouldn't be able to say, well, it's my friend. And she wouldn't be able to say, be able to go say, even if she was like the person who contacted Minty and he didn't want Minty in a relationship anymore, she wouldn't have been able to say, well, I was just contacting her to make sure she was okay, that she didn't catch COVID and all those things. He would be like, bitch, I told you not to contact her again. Men cannot take what women can take. And that's not, that's, not always a compliment. Jovi and Yara. We already know you're married, but Yara's like, I don't know if her frustration is real, or if it's, because I think she's the one who said, that they keep making them record until they're frustrated. So I don't know if it's like frustration with the show, or if it's actual frustration amongst, that she like lives like that all the time, because she seems to live like that all the time. And I don't believe that Jovi's going to change that much, because he doesn't see anything wrong with what he's doing. And not, being on his side, as long as it's always presented to him with, an anger or an attitude, he's never going to see what's wrong with it. um maybe like once the baby comes, and things will change, but I think it'll definitely take some time. I don't see him changing overnight. I don't understand why he would go upstairs for a private dance. Of course, that's always going to be, leave everybody thinking, what could have went on up there when, I mean, you could have got a dance downstairs. You knew you was already effing up when you had that many drinks and when you was over your curfew. But you chose to take it a little step further, which is so very stupid. And that's just why I don't believe that he's going to change soon. Michael and Natalie, I cringe every time, and I think I say that every time. I cringe every time I see them, but I did feel bad for her when she was crying. And if I didn't know that they were married already, allegedly, that I would just be like, how is he going to not stop her from flying to Europe and not knowing what she's going to do next? Like, what kind of man does that? Um, and then, he asked for a hug when she leaves. Like, yeah, let me break your heart, but hug you one last time and, tell you I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it, but this is why I had to do it, or blah, 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 blah. Like, what? No, you don't deserve a hug. Like, even he's been shitty the whole time that she was there. And I think if she wasn't in on it, I'm obviously sure that, some of this was for the show. If she wasn't in on, okay, I got to treat you like this, you got to act like this, I think it would be, the punishment was not, it was like drawn out a long time, for her giving the ring back. I mean, obviously, how many, almost a year or plus time has went past. Like, if you're not over it, you should not have let her come to America, because all we heard was, no, I'm not ready to marry you, I'm not ready, like we have so many things to work on. Like, that's all we have heard this whole season, until he tells her he does, or well, till last week when she says, Michael, what about the wedding? I only got a couple more days. He says, I'm not ready, surprisingly. And then a couple of days later, he's ready to marry her. He puts the ring on her finger. So this week, which I'm sure time has, passed, but obviously not much, to where he's saying he can't do it. Like, I don't want them back next season, because I don't care if they got married or not. They're boring. Very, very, very boring. Rebecca and Zied. I don't know why people think that if I don't rush to marry you, I'm going to be able to see if you're in this for the right reasons. Because from day 1 to day 90, like 90 days is not a long time to hold up this act if he was acting and wasn't with you for the right reasons. You're not going to see that, obviously, because you didn't see when your ex-husband was using you, or was not a good fit for you. Like, I don't understand that. And I think that Ziad is like one of the most genuine people that I've seen on the franchise. That's just my opinion. And I mean, I understand her frustration with, him springing like Ramadan on her, or him not living in the house the month of Ramadan. But I don't think that it's, just to get her to marry him quicker, because if she marries him day 60, but she needed those extra 30 days, that it would have just made so much of a difference. No matter in those 90 days, even if he does piss you off or whatever, you're still going to think of how you can make it work, or overlook the red flags, because we all do it. We do it with Americans. In 90 days, like, men do shit in America, and we still, he didn't mean it. Oh, maybe I misunderstood. Oh, maybe me. Like, marry that man. And I mean, we probably, I don't even know. I don't know if they were married already. Well, yeah, they gotta be. Yeah, but they're obviously doing fine. But I think it's very stupid. And I think that her daughter needs to, lower her guard a little bit, because sometimes when you have your walls up, or your guard, you're so focused on something being negative or looking for this one thing or these few things because that's what the previous person has done, that you don't see what this new person could be doing possibly. So it's sometimes best to sit back and watch and not always voice your opinion, because then he could be like, okay, she's kind of on to me, so let me stay under her radar. We some like just sometimes we don't know how to figure out what we're trying to figure out because we're so damn focused on what we think we're looking for that the shit that they're doing is we're not paying any attention to it. But yeah, I like Zia and I like Rebecca. Yesterday she kind of just annoyed me a little bit, but whatever. Stephanie, Stephanie is the biggest thirst box. Like, girl, you in the beginning it was you knew you didn't want to get married again until you met Ryan, and now it's just like you got that mad at Ryan because he didn't put on a condom. You should not have had sex with him, period, if that was the case, especially because y'all weren't wearing condoms before. And then so happened that as soon as he leaves, his cousin is, willing and able to come meet you. These two have something going on, and I believe they know, like, they got a sucker because this woman thinks that she is. I don't know what the hell she thinks. But when you have wait, first of all, she's too old to be going back and forth between these two cousins. If Ryan did not work out, take your ass back to America, find you a man who you're not going to marry because you said you had no intention on getting married anyway, instead of trying to find someone else in Belize, because what are you going to say once you find out that Harris ain't who you think he is? It's going to be, oh, you use me. No, you're allowing them to use you. Or matter of fact, you're using them because you're miserable. You must be miserable alone. Your cat is not enough, obviously. And where the hell is her friend? If you needed someone to be there to comfort you and not have sex with, where is your friend? Your friend could have, you could have met up with your friend and had dinner with your friend. Like, how are you, like, where is your friend when you need him? You called the cousin, the one that you slept with when you broke up with him for a couple hours, and now you do the same thing. If you don't see that there is, like, some connection between the two of them, both knowing and both neither one of them care, like, one of them is like, we're making it to America, it doesn't matter which one of us it is because I know you're going to take care of me, and vice versa. There's no way that this is just, oh, Harris is, so against his cousin that he wants to make sure that you're okay and that don't have to spend any nights alone while you're in Belize, when your friend ain't your friend the one who owns the resort. Where the hell is he or her? I'm pretty sure it's a male. But and then it's like, Harris, I always thought, or every time we get into an argument, I always thought, I would have been better off meeting you first. Why? Because when you needed him, he was there. Like, girl, you don't see. Okay, maybe there isn't something going on between the two, but Harris knows Ryan's going to F up, and he probably dropped some tea on Ryan to Stephanie at some point just to break them up if they're not in it together. Because America is definitely on Harris's mind. I mean, we know it's on Ryan's mind too, but it's definitely on Harris's mind. And, he loves Stephanie and all that other bullshit is bullshit. And then Stephanie, like your psychic friend is telling you that Harris is possibly the one. No, your psychic friend is full of shit because she's telling you not to bring Ryan, to stop the situation with you and Ryan so he doesn't come over here and use you, but she don't see that Harris is going to use you too. Take her crystal ball and smash it because she has no idea what the hell is going on. I could look at Harris's eyes and see he ain't about shit. I'm cussing too much. He's not about anything and he's not in it for the right reason. Harris, when he gives that crazy stare, I almost see his horns go up in my head. But yeah, no, there's something so crazy about that. And like, this is probably wrong to say, but she does more than just drink a little bit of wine because she's not usually as spacey when she does like her confessionals or whatever, the little interview thing. She's not usually so like gone or so slow, talks so like she's not usually like that. But when she's when she this whole time that she's been in Belize, it's just like her, maybe the thought comes in her head but then it just goes out and she does not know what to say or what to do and she just like looks and moves so like a sloth. I don't understand it. Like I wonder if she like takes prescription meds for anything because like sometimes when I'm not I would nix that comment. I wasn't going to say anything insensitive, but the subject is insensitive. So, I'm not going to go on with that comment. But yeah, it's a little bit more because she only had a little bit of wine and she's like, I'm already starting to feel it. That is not just wine because she was like that before she had the little drink. But yeah, she's so thirsty. Like that she'll get an award for the thirst box of the whole franchise because I don't think I've ever seen anybody as bad as her. And if he does make it to America and he spends all her money, like I'm not going to say she deserves it, but the writing was on the wall. But yeah, that is all I have to say for this episode. I will be back next week